James Smith is a cunt. I've thought about this for quite a while, actually. He's loud, he's cocky, he shows off his success, and he sometimes says things where I sit there thinking, fuck me, mate. And for reasons I can't always explain, sometimes he just annoys the fucking shit out of me. But there's a problem. I don't actually think James is a cunt. I think I'm jealous of him. And fuck me, that's uncomfortable to admit out loud. Because let's face it, James is a lot of the things that I've always wanted to be. He's confident, he's charismatic, he's a fucking exceptional communicator. He's built a massive audience, he's run multiple businesses, he's funny, sometimes charming. He's willing to say things knowing full well half or maybe the majority of the internet will disagree with you. And probably the biggest one is he backs himself. And I think that's what has always pissed me right off. Because when I stopped looking at James and started looking at myself, I realized something. Maybe I didn't hate what he was doing. Maybe I hated the fact that I wasn't doing it. I've been coaching and creating content for years. I've posted nearly 1,800 times on Instagram. I've got about 2,500 followers. Now, I'm not saying that at all because I want any form of sympathy. And I'm definitely not saying I'm entitled to more, even though I've posted a fair bit, because I'm not. The internet and social media doesn't owe me shit. But I'd be lying if I hadn't looked at other coaches, 10,000 followers, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, and thought, why the fuck isn't this happening to me? I've done the work, I've got the experience, fuck, I've even transformed my own life. And I've helped a lot of people transform theirs. I know I'm exceptionally good at coaching, but why aren't people listening? And I've probably found plenty of convenient answers over the years. The algorithm, fitness influencers, people wanting quick fixes, social media rewarding bullshit, rage baiters. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm not shredded enough. Maybe I don't dance enough. Maybe I need to start pointing at words floating over my head. And this one's harder to swallow. Maybe my content just hasn't been good enough. Not my coaching, not my knowledge, my content. My ability to communicate what I know in a way that makes someone stop scrolling and actually give a shit. Maybe I've played it too safe. Maybe I've worried too much about what other people think of me. Maybe I've tried so hard to be liked that I've sometimes made myself forgettable. And that's a pretty uncomfortable sentence to say. Because here's the irony. I am confident. Put me in front of a client and I'll back myself all day. Put me in a room with people and I'll talk to anyone. Give me somebody who's struggling with their health and I know I can help them. But put a camera in front of me and suddenly there's this little voice inside. Don't say that. People might think you're a dickhead. Someone's going to disagree with that. Other coaches might judge you. Don't be too loud. Don't be too much. And then I look at someone like James Smith, who seemingly couldn't give a flying fuck. And I resent him for having the exact quality I'm refusing to give myself permission to have. And that's fucked. And then recently I watched James talking about somebody he was jealous of. And it stopped me in my tracks. Because here's this bloke that I've built up inside my head, someone who's got everything figured out, admitting that he compares himself as well, that he gets jealous, that someone else's success can get under his skin. And I thought, fuck, that's me. Maybe that's what I've been doing this whole time. Because let's face it, it's much easier to call someone a cunt than admit they've got something that you want. Think about it. If James is just an arrogant dickhead, I don't have anything to learn from him. If successful coaches are just lucky, I don't have to ask what they're doing better than me. If the algorithm is the problem, I don't have to improve my content. If everybody else is the problem, I don't have to change. But if the truth is, I'm jealous because this person is doing something I desperately want to be capable of doing, well, now I've got some fucking work to do. So James, on the approximately 0% chance that you're ever going to watch this, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I've judged you for things that probably had far more to do with me than ever did with you. And I can admit that now. You're successful because you've worked fucking hard. You're exceptionally good at what you do. You're a brilliant communicator. You've taken risks. You've made mistakes publicly. You've pissed people off. You probably embarrassed yourself plenty of times and you still do. And you kept fucking going. And I respect that. Does that mean I want to be James Smith? Fuck no. I don't need his followers. I don't need his personality. I don't want his wardrobe. And I definitely don't want those fucking cauliflower ears. But there is something of his that I do want. His willingness to back himself. Because I'm nearly 1,800 posts into this. And for a while I've looked at that number and thought, Jesus Christ, how have I posted that much and still only here? But maybe I've been looking at this whole thing completely wrong. Maybe 1,800 posts isn't evidence that I've failed. Maybe it's evidence that I'm still fucking here. I haven't quit and I'm not planning on it. But the next 1,800 can't look like the first 1800. Something has to change. And I think that something is me. Less worrying whether another coach thinks I'm a dickhead. Less obsessing over when somebody doesn't follow me. Less comparing my chapter 4 to someone's chapter 20. Less playing safe. Better ideas, better storytelling, better communication, and probably more of me, the actual me, not the version of me that's sanitized for the socials. Because I'm 47 years old. I've been through enough shit in my life to know who I am. So why the fuck am I still asking strangers on the internet and social media for permission to be him? So James Smith isn't a cunt. Well, he might be. I've never actually met the bloke, and he doesn't live far. Maybe, and I hope he's unfucking bearable. But that's not really the point. The point is, sometimes the people who trigger the absolute shit out of us aren't showing us something that's wrong with them. Sometimes they're showing us something uncomfortable about ourselves that we're just scared of admitting. Something we want, something we're scared of, something we haven't done yet. And maybe instead of resenting them, we should pay attention. Because jealousy might be actually trying to tell us something. And apparently, mine's been trying to tell me, stop being a fucking pussy and back yourself. So James, I'm sorry, mate. It turns out you weren't a cunt after all. Maybe I was. Anyway, I've got another 1800 posts to make. And this time, I'm not fucking playing safe.